All right, ladies and gents, so what we have here is the Hamama tray, and these are the actual, just the little jute mats, the plain ones that I had told you about. Miss Amber was kind enough, she sent me a kit a while back as well, so I'm figuring I get around to doing one of these videos eventually. So this one you can just load up with whatever you want. It's just jute. Just wet it and then sprinkle the seeds on top. You know, drop it in there, fill it up with water, and traditionally you want to cover microgreens and leave them in the dark so they get nice and tall. Most of the time when you grow seedlings, you don't want them to get leggy and, you know, spindly, but for microgreens you want to let them go ahead and get pretty tall, because you're trying to, you know, catch as much of the seedling as you can, and you know, sometimes you got to cut a little away from the mat. So usually what you do is put them in the dark. Now Hamama says to just stick them under a light, but that's for these, oh, it's right here, for the actual seed quilts that they send you. And this one is a spicy daikon radish. I love daikon radish. I love radish just in general, or anything spicy, really. Mustard seeds and you know, stuff like that is really good. So the directions are super simple. We have a little pull tab here. Let's see if I can get it to. So just tear at the bottom, and then pop this out. Y'all, pardon this chair. I don't know why it's so creaky. So, but here we have, it's a little bit, not really an instruction. It just tells you what it is. One of the kits actually comes with like a wooden stand that you can put this in, and then there's like a little placard you can actually label it with. So, but if you want, you probably can just stick this underneath here if you know, if you're not wanting to put labels and stuff on it, or if you have a hard time remembering what you're growing, because a lot of these look the same. So, you know, you can tell it's a radish, but you may not be able to tell exactly what kind of radish it is. So let's go ahead and take a look at this seed quilt. It's the same thing as this, pretty much. I mean, it is the same thing on the bottom, and then on the top is like parchment paper, and each they made little compartments. See if you can see that. So, you know, each compartment has a set of seeds, and so what we're gonna do is take some water. I just use regular tap water when I grow. If you want, you can use filtered water. Honestly, I haven't really noticed a difference, but you know, if that's really important to you, then by all means go ahead and use filtered water. And so we're gonna, I've shown it before, but let's see if we can get into to see that fill line there. So, but you can see it. Oop, bumping y'all around. You can see the line pretty clearly once you get up close to it. So what we're gonna do is just take water and fill to that line. Okay. And then, I need a little bit more. So you want to actually be able to have enough water to, so you may actually just fill a little bit above it or below it. I think my floor is on level. So anyway, let's see. So then you take your, yeah, wow, floor is not level. Surprise, surprise. So you take your quilt, and then you want to put seed sides up, and you just drop it in there, and you want enough water to be able to completely submerge, and maybe you might have to like just kind of move it around a little bit, but you want to be able to soak all the seeds thoroughly. And they say to just hold it under the water for about 10 seconds. So let's go ahead and make sure everything's nice and damp. Be about 10-15 seconds maybe. Okay, and so we will stick that under a light, and it's with most radishes and stuff like that, they come up very fast. I've had radish actually pop like the next day after planting them. So it's grow time is 7 days, but what you want to do is you're gonna let these go 4 to 5 days, and then you're gonna peel back this little cover. Now you have to be kind of careful because it is 2 pieces and it's glued together, so there's a little top layer and a bottom layer. And you know, I might even, it doesn't look like it's super saturated. I might even just improvise here and just flip it upside down and make sure it's good and saturated, and then flip it back over. So, okay, just a little insurance, make sure. And this is the first time I've done this, so, you know, it's trial and error. We'll see how it goes. But again, like I was saying, it's, you know, 4 to 5 days, and then you'll peel the cover, and then you'll let it go another 3 to 4 days or even longer, especially if you're not eating a lot of microgreens. You can always just keep adding water, let them go, and harvest them as you need to use them. And that would actually be the way that I would advise to do it, because if you harvest the whole thing at one time and you're not eating a lot of microgreens, they can go bad really fast. So, you know, it's better to actually just keep adding water, letting them grow, and then once they get to a certain size, you know, you wanna, they start growing like little fuzz, and they really get picky once they get large, you know. So definitely probably no more than a month and a half maybe, I would say. But I've kept I like the purple radish. Rainbow radish is a really good one. The purple triton is a really good one. China rose. So you know, I kind of tend to push them a little bit further and put them on salads or soups, sandwiches, you know, whatever you like. Or just, you know, take a handful and eat them raw. They're really good. They're very spicy, have a good radish flavor. So what I'm going to do is stick this under some light, and we'll come back, and I'll do another checkup in about 3 days. So, and show you all the progress. And so that, I mean, it's super easy. We'll tell you that the kits can be a little bit expensive, but the tray is super solid. I mean, it's gonna last you forever as long as you take care of it. You know, and it doesn't really get much easier than this. You don't have to put any seeds. I will be demonstrating, you know, a couple other methods, you know, that I use or that you could use, give you options for growing microgreens, both using this. I'm going to do some for this as well, for these mats by themselves. We're going to do a side-by-side comparison. And yeah, I have a few other methods that I'm going to show y'all, but I just really wanted to demonstrate this since I had the kit. You know, so we'll see how it goes. And look forward to making that video and sharing with y'all. Happy growing.